It's happening worldwide. And for some of you who are very new, it was fantastic. We had like 4,500 people from like, six continents. And it was a 48-hour marathon. Of course, there's two time zones. Let's just say Asia time zone and America's time zone. It was amazing. So if you were part of it, you know that it was pretty intense. Anyway, so today, just thought about what happened this past weekend. And so I was choosing a topic for today, which if you're new, that's what we always do. In addition to the meditation, a short lecture to just kind of stimulate the mental faculties, which is very, very important. A lot of times people get on the spiritual path. They think they have to leave their brain in the car and just be trusting. Well, my teacher always teaches independent, intelligent evaluation. In other words, just because you're in spirituality doesn't mean that your mental faculty just kind of goes away. In fact, one of the things that we were always taught is intuition has to be balanced with intellect. Okay? Intuition has to be balanced with the intellect. A lot of people, they're very, very intuitive. But if you ask them, how do I solve problems in my life? How do I do this? They have, I don't know. I just channeled it. You go figure it out. Right? So it's very, very important that the mental faculty is also very highly developed, because when the mental faculty is highly developed, as that formless information, the key is formless. When that information comes in, in the form of a dream, in the form of a feeling, a sensation, whatever it is, when it comes in, your mental faculty can process it, turn that formless data, okay, into strategies and techniques and applications, which is very, very critical. I always share that with people because for some unknown reason, people on the spiritual path have a tendency, that's the whole idea about spirituality is to be trusting. Yeah, but here's the thing though. How are you going to trust something you don't understand? Yeah, but you're overthinking it. Thank you. That's a compliment. God gave me a brain, so I use it. Make sense? Now, as far as using is concerned, that's one of the topics I was going to cover this morning is a single conversation. It's a Chinese proverb. A single conversation is worth over a month's study of books. Okay? Of course, depending on who you're talking to, it could mean a whole lifetime of study. Depends on the teacher. And I'm sharing that with you because one of the emphasis about our retreat was to remember who the teacher is and remember the teachings so we can practice it. Oftentimes we have a tendency to say, hey, I know it all. We say, well, I don't say that. The fact that you don't study, you're assuming you know it all. You never thought of it that way, did you? The fact that you don't study more, you want to learn more, it means like, hey, I know everything. Clear? So the ability to have that yearning within you to study more and learn more is a manifestation of humility, which is one of the main prerequisites, if you will, to being loaded with high spiritual teachings. Because without that, if you already know everything, you know what the teachers will do? Oh, you know everything already. Go learn it on your own. And that's why I shared with you a few of the lessons before. Every time when the teacher's around, even some of our students say, hey, how come when Master Cho's around, you're so quiet, you don't say anything? Because I'm not dumb. I realize when the teacher's around, keep your mouth shut, keep your brain open. Because if I yak, of course the teacher being so courteous, wouldn't say anything. I would just keep my mouth shut. Yes, Master. Mm-hmm. Would you like me to get you some tea? Just keep my mouth shut because that way I can learn. If your cup is already full, how are you going to learn? So if you have one single conversation where a wise man is worth more than months or years of books, then in that single conversation, zip it. At least that's what I learned. And so the funny part is, I will share these stories after I drop him off at the hotel or wherever he's staying. When I get into my car, I start taking crazy amount of notes. Because a conversation with him, in the restaurant or walking, that alone will give me a lot of insight. So I just write stuff down. And the latter years before he left the body, I noticed there's so much coming through. Even though he'll tell me one or two sentences, I go, oh, what he meant was this, da, da, da. And I can't even write it out. So what I do is I bring a recorder. There were no mobile phones at that time. Okay. So I just record, okay, he said this, it means that. It means in the inner world, when you do this, certain angelic beings respond. When you do this, certain class of angelic beings respond. And when you're materializing, it's a different class of angelic beings that respond. And it's just like, my brain's about to explode. So I just say, okay, I'll record it. And then when I get home, I transcribe it. And the interesting part is, I look back at where I put my notes, there's like so much of it. And I look at it and go, wow, over 20 years. And a lot of it is not in the books, not in the classes. So I was thinking about it. How the heck what am I supposed to do with it? For me to keep it to myself is not completely useless, but I benefited. But how do we pass it on to the next generation to save people from suffering, right? If people know, then they don't have to suffer. You heard the saying, knowledge is power. Of course, the application of knowledge is real power. Because a lot of people are walking encyclopedias and life is still a mess because they know it, but they don't practice it. Make sense? So that's one reason why we're doing these anchor light meditations. That's one reason why in classes, when you come to our classes, either virtually or physically, you will notice I do my best to unload whatever the teachers taught me. Because I had many single conversations with the teacher, some of them 1 or 2 minutes, some of them, maybe an hour or so, depending on the time. And for me, those were the most fruitful studies I've ever had. Because I've read books as simple as this. We always keep saying, I'm the soul. The soul uses the body, the emotions and the thoughts, right? The physical body to move around, emotional body to feel, mental body to think. Okay, so the incarnated soul, that's the lower soul. Your lower soul is connected to your higher soul. Now, I know some of you are still thinking, I thought it's all one. You see, that's basically the premise behind oneness. Now, if you're interested, I'll just make you a simple explanation, which will involve a little bit of quantum mechanics to make it easy. Because we always have this perception that the soul is here or there. Okay? So how could the soul be here or there? Why can it be in both places at the same time? Because a lot of us still think the soul is like, my cup is here, so it could not be there. Now, if you think about it, right now, radio waves are going through. Waves are going through. And as, let's say, the Wi-Fi, just make it simple, as Wi-Fi is going through, the Wi-Fi is here, the Wi-Fi is there. It's filling up this entire room. Now, if my device is over here, I capture the signal here. If my device is over here, it captures the signal there. It could be in both places at the same time. Isn't it? That's how the soul is. It's pure energy. So the reason people cannot understand the soul and spirituality, they're still fixated in the physical world. They're fixated, things have to be here or there. They don't realize it can be many places at the same time. So when you study quantum mechanics and you really want to blow your mind, what do they say? In fact, physical atoms, molecules don't really exist. I know you guys are going, what the heck? You're telling me everything I learned in college, in school, and all that doesn't make sense? No, hear me out. There's always that debate. Okay, first of all, let me start off with this. I know this is not directly related to spirituality, but this will definitely sharpen your mind because you will contemplate it, you think about it, and some of you will make a breakthrough. I'll leave that part to you. So it's as simple as this. To the universe, they already did experience, and this is measurable, it's basically composed of fields, energy fields, like energy everywhere. And these energies move like waves, okay? So just imagine the example that a lot of theoretical quantum physicists do is they say, imagine you have a box. If you take every atom out of it, it's supposed to be a vacuum. But even though it's supposed to be a vacuum, it's not completely a vacuum because there are still this energy fluctuations inside. They call it quantum fluctuations. Now, if you add up all these movements of nothingness that you cannot touch all over the universe, that's what they call the Higgs field or quantum flux field. It's just like, imagine the universe is pure energy and it's moving like this. Okay? Now, where do particles come in? It's very simple. Just imagine the entire universe is just waves and waves and fields of energy. Every time you put your attention, or someone puts attention on a particular part of this universe, then that part where the attention is held starts behaving like a particle or individualized. In other words, everything is energy. As soon as we have consciousness that's deposited within the body, the emotions and thoughts, which is the soul, then that part of this everythingness and nothingness is now focused here, and the consciousness is right there. It's just like you have water. Just imagine we have water everywhere in an ocean, right? There are no waves, just water. But as soon as there's a concentration of that water somewhere, boop, you call it a wave. But that wave is actually where the energy is in one place. But it's still part of the same ocean. Now that hopefully you understood that, that's exactly what happened. Energy is everywhere. So the higher soul, which is more of a individualization of that overall energy, now is more individualized. That is not called the lower soul. And that's what's deposited into the body. Make sense? So just imagine the I is pure energy, swimming in this ocean of energy. But in order to learn lessons, you need to drop down in frequency, need to plunge down into the lower worlds, insert itself into a physical, emotional, mental shell to be able to experience that individualized experience in the physical world, emotional, and mental world. The learning experiences that we have here, basically it's packets and packets of data. Once the body dies, which is simply shedding the form, and now that individualized energy is now spread towards the collective. Sounds like a Star Trek movie. Anyway, don't mean to geek out on you, but I hope for some of you who are interested, you learn something. Because this will explain oneness and nothingness, which scientists are just beginning in the less than a century to really understand, where yogis have known this for thousands and thousands, who knows, maybe millions of years. That's why if you study the book Autobiography of a Yogi, which we always highly recommend by the great teacher Paramahansa Yogananda, if I remember correctly, his teacher, which is Sri Yogeshwar, whose teacher is Lahiri Mahasaya, whose teacher is what's commonly known as Babaji. Of course, we go to India, Babaji, there's thousands of them. Baba is father, Ji is teacher, is respected, which is oftentimes used to describe great teachers. Now, in Chinese, they use the same term, Sifu, right? You go to martial arts. Shi or Si is teacher. Fu is father. Oh, Babaji, Sifu, yeah. Just different skin color and different eyes. But as we said, the body is just a covering. It's just a wrapping. If I take this water in here, I have this cup. I put it in this cup. That's still water. This could be Indian. This shell could be Chinese. Could be Caucasian. I don't know, could be Martian. Ignorance is we don't realize it is the essence that counts, not the container. If people figure this out, there'll be no racism, there'll be no, sexism and whatever ism people have. It's because people are fixated in the physical body. That is the problem. Make sense? So it is so important, if you really want humanity to evolve, they have to understand their true essence. That's why we're doing this. So anyway, I hope for some of you who have technical minds, that short explanation of that universal field will make us realize that what we're practicing in spiritual teachings is really on the right path. Science is just barely catching up to the understanding of oneness. That's why they have to come up with something. Hey, something happened in one side of the universe, instantaneously happened on the other side of the universe, and they're light years apart. How is that possible? because the limitation and speed of light, information cannot go from here to here in that short of a time. And I've shared this with you. Consciousness travels faster than the speed of time, speed of light. Because consciousness could be in many places simultaneously. So you're beyond the 4 dimensions, which is length, width, height. Time is fourth. That's why Einstein came up with space-time. But that space-time is limited by the speed of light. E is equal to mc squared. Right? The limitation there is the amount of energy. In order to have the amount of energy to travel close to the speed of light is almost, infinite. That's why, according to that calculation, they cannot get there. But your soul doesn't have mass. Oh. Anyway, that's that. I think I overdid it already. Shall we meditate? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my beloved teacher, Master Tokok Sui, Mahagu Jameling, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for your guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. So be it. All right. Be kind like this. Be aware of your crown. I am that. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion. Not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. I am that. That is my true nature. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There is only oneness. Any separation or division are just illusions. I am that. Be still. Just keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Allow your consciousness and awareness to raise in frequency now. We are one. Maintain your stillness, maintain your state of oneness. Open your hands in blessing. We'll do meditation twin hearts, as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Tuakok Sui. Be aware of your heart, be aware of your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Just imagine the earth in front of you. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. As we do our meditation, let's remember the people who are suffering right now in many places. Bless the people you know who are physically sick. There's so many people in the hospitals that are going through physical suffering, emotional suffering, due to COVID and other reasons. Their family members. Bless them with comfort. Bless all those caregivers with divine healing energy and divine protection. So be it. Bless the country of Afghanistan, as most of you have heard in the news, is in such a turmoil. Let there be peace. Let there be divine mercy and divine order. So be it. There's Haiti, where there's the earthquake. Most of you know there's at least 1,200 people that have passed, and so many people still missing. To the Supreme God, we humbly ask the blessings of mercy and compassion to all the people there. We humbly ask for your blessings for the country of Afghanistan, Haiti, different parts of the world, different parts of different countries that are not even making it into the news, yet people are still suffering. May divine mercy and compassion be upon all of them. So be it. And wherever you are, if you know anyone going through emotional pain, mental health issues, physical pain that need physical healing, anyone going through financial problems, may all of them be blessed with hope and with faith in a rapid and immediate and proper turnaround, that their life gets better and better. So be it. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. Where there is sadness, let me sow joy. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and faith, light and joy. So be it. So it is. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. And stay there. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Allow that golden light to just flow down through your hands and fill the entire earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing, and inner joy. So be it. Continue blessing the earth with beautiful golden light. From the heart of God, may all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed. So be it. So be it. Now, gently be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown simultaneously. Just be still. Be aware of your crown in your heart. Take a deep breath. Exhale, fill the earth with golden light. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my spirit, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness, with inner peace, inner healing, for many physical and emotional, mental healing, psychological healing, for many financial healing. So be it. May the countries of Afghanistan be blessed with divine love, divine mercy and compassion, and divine order. So be it. May the country of Haiti and all who've been affected by the earthquakes be blessed with mercy, with compassion, with divine healing. So be it. May all the countries in the world and all the people suffering from the pandemic, directly or indirectly, be blessed with divine healing energy. So be it. Blessings be to all. Just be still, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. May the divine blessings flow through us to all these people, all these countries, all these beings. From the center of the heart of God, through my spirit and through my soul, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let every person, every being in every dimension, every direction, above and below, be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness, with inner peace, inner healing, with divine order in their lives. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. Just be still. Continue projecting divine love, divine healing energy, the energy of mercy and compassion to all these places. As we chant Om Mani Padme Hum, the mantra of mercy and compassion. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Just let the blessings flow through all of us. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Just be receptive, let the energy flow. Aum Mani Padme Hum. Just be still. Just allow the blessings to flow through us as one, blessing the entire world. Blessing Afghanistan, Haiti, Venezuela, Colombia, South Africa, many countries in Africa, different parts of the world are going through challenges and difficulties. The United States, with all the COVID cases, let people be blessed and be healed, so be it. May every person, every being be blessed and healed, so be it. Just be still and let the energy keep flowing. Now lower your hands on your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just keep your eyes closed. Imagine a beautiful golden star or golden sun just floating above your crown. Be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown and into that beautiful golden sun. And stay there. Just leave your awareness on that golden star. You're not the body, you're the spiritual self. You're not the emotions, you are the spiritual self. You're not your thoughts, you are the spiritual self. That is your true nature. Remember who you are and remember your true essence, a being of pure energy and light. And listen. Om. 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 Be still. Be aware of your expanded level of consciousness. And just simply let it happen. Just let go, let things be now. Gently, very slowly, very gently and slowly, come back to your physical body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Gently and slowly come back. Raise your hands in blessing again. Let's release the excess energy. First, imagine the people you love in front of you. Fill them all with beautiful golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed with peace, with love, and with kindness towards oneself, and especially towards others. So be it. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine and your hands. Project golden light down, down, deep into the earth. 20, 30 feet down and 20, 30 feet wide. Just fill the earth below us with golden light. Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her children and all of creation be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. May our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with may our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. So be it, so it is. Just keep blessing Mother Earth. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, spiritual helpers. We thank you for immense blessings. To my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagu Jumailing, thank you in full faith. So be it. All right, we kind of cranked up the energy level with some secret sauce. I hope you like it. Okay, thank you very much for joining us this morning. And part 2 will be in 7 hours and 36 minutes. Now, I just want to add something here. Since I don't know what happened, we kind of diverted and talked about this universal field we're swimming in. That's why a lot of you have mentioned that, hey, when I watch the videos of when we do this, we don't take it down. It's almost like the experience is like doing it live, like you're guiding it live. Let me just kind of clarify that for most of you. If you think that it is stronger or the same, you're right. If you think it's not, it's only more powerful when it's live, you're also right. This is why. Remember that universal field or fields that the universe is filled up? Universal field, the universe. Remember, it's not just fields. That fields or waves of energy has information. It's got data. Make sense? It's just like the internet is flowing with information. Once you go to a website, essentially what happens, that information is now localized on your screen. Make sense? So if I'm watching it right now, I'm reading something on the internet right now. Okay, that means that data that's everywhere is now localized in my computer. When I move to another website, close it off, that thing is still there. Just basically swimming in that ocean of information. The minute I go back to it and I read it again, that information is there, just like I did the first time. Does that make sense? So when we record this, that data is already in this field. When you're watching it live, that energy, that wave of fields and everything is now concentrated on this broadcast, and you studying it or learning it and doing the meditation is tapping into it directly. Are you with me so far? Now, 20 years from now, assuming this is still how the medium is of energy, information exchange, if I watch this video again, guess what I just did? That data is already stored in this universal field. When I watch it, and I'm still as receptive now as I was 20 years ago, then the information, the experience will be identical because that data is still there. But if you don't think it is, that means your ability to localize that energy, to have that experience, is not there. But if you think it is, then the same amount of energy will be there. That's that. Make sense? So if you say, oh, I don't think it's so powerful, then you're right, because of you. If you think it's just as powerful, you're also right, because of you. If you think it's more intense, that's also because of you. A broadcasting station needs a receptor in order for the data to get through. Make sense? If the receptor is, let's just say, not so conductive or it's not so good in receiving signals, it's not the problem of the broadcaster. That's it. If you understand the internet, you understand transference of information, this should be easy. That's why my teacher used to say, we're very, very blessed, we're very, very lucky. If you try to explain spirituality 100 years ago to people, they pretty much have to take the word of the teacher, because there's no way for them to understand. There's no concepts. There are no concepts that people can use as an analogy or a metaphor. Now, you want to understand oneness? Just use your internet. It's everywhere. Right? You click on your website, that oneness with everything suddenly is on your screen. Now somebody go, man, this is too far out for me. I'm only interested in peace and love. That's great. But we have an audience, how many thousands? We have people who are very technically minded. We have people who are not. We have people who are very devotional. Well, hopefully when we do these Anchor the Light and whatever classes, meditations we do, that we're able to spiritually feed all of you. So now sometimes you feel like I'm geeking out. Well, this is for the geeks. If I'm getting to the devotional part, which is rare because I'm not an emotional person, then that's for the devotional people. And when you start getting a little weird, then that's for some of us that are special. People call us weirdos, but ask me if I care. I'd rather be weird and be intelligent and know what to do with my life than being smart and with a hot mess of a life. Make sense? So that's that. Just my little 2 cents. So we'll see you in the next session, or tonight if you're in the US, 10:40 right now. Okay. Namaste, everyone. You all take care. And please leave your comments. We'd love to hear from you. Everywhere else I could see it. Well, I will be able to see it. If you're on Instagram, for whatever reason, as soon as I shut off the feed, all your messages disappear. So I'm not very talented, so I can't read and talk at the same time. So I just have glimpses of it. So namaste, everyone. Thank you very much. And you all take care.